Hello everybody, my name is Aaron aka Pullin'Teeth and welcome to our second major event for PTW in Season 2. Ladies and gentlemen, it is PTW Static Age and we are kicking things off this evening with a three-way contest for the Junior Division Championship. All competitors in the ring, referee rings the bell. Andrew Everett defending the PTW Junior Division Championship against X-Pac and El Xavier. The build to this match was quite simple, to be honest. X-Pac won a PTW Battle Royal to earn himself this championship opportunity. He then needed to find a partner to take on Andrew Everett and his partner Crash Holly at a tag team match. He recruited the returning El Xavier, who is a PTW original, and in that match El Xavier pinned the champion Andrew Everett. The following week it ended up being X-Pac one-on-one with El Xavier, and El Xavier beat X-Pac after beating the champion and number one contender in consecutive weeks. It's hard to deny him a spot in this championship match. And thus, we are here. This is first pinfall or submission. We'll get the victory and we'll walk away as Junior Division Champion. Everett already locking in a knee bar there on X-Pac or Waltman, whatever you want to call him. Big drop kick from El Xavier. Of course, the momentum firmly on El Xavier's side. Double super kick from Everett and Xavier there. X-Pac is also the veteran in this one. Been around quite a long time. So elbow to the back and kicks to the ribs to take him down. Drop toe hold. I don't know who's going to walk away with this one. Who's got the advantage? I'll say a momentum on Xavier's side, experience on X-Pac's side, but Everett has been champ quite a lot and seems to always come away with the title. He had a slight slip where he lost it to Dean Malenko for a short space of time, but then won it back. Don't really know what you got to do to keep that belt away from Everett. Since he got it, he's had a bit of a stranglehold on it, on the whole division. But this has got to be the most jeopardy he's been in. Taking out the knee of El Xavier there, and X-Pac working the knee as well. Nice Rana from El Xavier. It's so hard to keep momentum when you've got a three-way contest like this, because when you take one guy down there's always somebody else right there. So difficult to get a victory as well. You've got to get a quick one. El Xavier thrown to the corner, snap suplex there from X-Pac, but he's caught in a bow and arrow. Nice escape, kick to the butt, another Rana. This match is not going to slow down for a second. Oh, pile driver. And on your main event tonight, Wheeler Yuta challenges for the World Heavyweight Championship as he takes on RVD. So at the end of the go-home show, there was a huge 8-man contest between the Strong Dragons, Wheeler Yuta's team, and Chris Jericho's team of sports entertainers. And the Strong Dragons came away with a victory in that one. X Factor. Strong Dragons came away with the victory, but it wasn't Yuta who got the victory. Yuta did get defeated. It ended up being Tajiri who was the last man standing. But Yuta earned himself the title opportunity, so he is going to get it tonight. He's still got to take away the run Yuta had been on. Also to come tonight, Maki Itoh challenges for the Women's Championship. The Women's Tag titles are on the line as the Anti-Divas take on Team Marvel. Brock Lesnar has another mystery opponent for his titles. I think the only championship that's not going to be on the line tonight is the Trios titles. I believe they're going to be defended on the next episode of PTW. We do, however, have Hardy versus Hardy tonight after Matt turned his back on his brother Jeff and joined Jericho's group of entertainers. Well, Matt's going to answer for his sins tonight against his brother. The Brothers of Destruction are also defending the Tag Team Championships against FTR tonight. We've got a lot on the card. Of course, we've still got to get through this one first. Oh, going low there, X-Pac. But there's kicks for kicks, back and forth. Pac with the wheel kick gets the better of the exchange, but Everett straight back up and super kicks him down. El Xavier just watching on, and he's got the head trapped and the pile driver. Cover. One, but X-Pac's right there. It's like I said, it's so difficult to get a victory when you've got two opponents to watch out for. One, 2. Oh, Everett had faith there that that wasn't going to be it. I thought he was thinking of springboard. It didn't work. X Factor. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, 2.9. Xavier wasn't going to break it up. He had to swing for it right at the end when he thought Everett wasn't going to kick out. Low drop kick there from X-Pac. Multiple forearms from Everett. Everybody was down for a second, but Xavier's back up first. Kick to the ribs, but then wheel kicks down. I have no idea who's got the advantage here. Double super kick to X-Pac. He rolled out of it, got back up. Rana. I have no idea who to root for in this one. Who do we think's walking away is Victor? Another X Factor. And another one. Maybe this is X-Pac's whole game plan here. Maybe his game plan is try and knock somebody out. You go score a knockout. It counts somewhat like a submission. Brainbuster. They're both just hitting their biggest moves on Everett back to back to back to back. Everett tried to go up top there. Oh, caught. Double stomp to the ribs. Xavier's up. Twisting frog splash. I think he hit X-Pac. He had both his opponents lined up. Another X Factor. But Xavier was there just in the nick of time to break that. Super kick from Everett. Was going to start working on the knee. Wasn't able to do so. Wheel kick from X-Pac. It's so difficult to maintain any sort of momentum in this environment. Drop kick to the back. Backs back up. Leg drop to the back of the head. Big drop kick takes Everett down. X-Factor. Every time he goes for the pin, the other opponent is back up. Super kick drops Xavier down. Everett mule kick now. Drop kick. Everett's building momentum. He's taking everyone down. He's fighting them all. Cutter. Oh, but standing slice bread. That slowed him down for a second. Nice mule kick away from X-Pac, but he's caught. He's caught in an airplane spin. X-Pac had to get there quickly to save that. It technically could count as a submission. Oh, Xavier was thinking about the twisting frog splash, decided against it because Everett was back on his feet. Decided not to go for X-Pac. Super kick though. Multiple forearms to the face. Everett's figured choke slam, but got kicked in the butt to stop it. Right in the ass. Multiple shots to the back of the head, donkey punch style. X-Pac, the only man's back on his feet now. Double super kick. Rolled him up, but he was out of bounds. That was probably the perfect time, but bad positioning. Xavier thrown out of the ring, another roll, but again out of bounds. More donkey punches for Everett. Charges off the ropes, runs head first into X-Pac. Roll up, oh no, goes for the stomp. The victory roll stomps, vintage Xavier. And there's a brainbuster again. I don't know what X-Pac was going for there, but Everett wasn't having any of it. Everett's thinking springboard. No, he decides against it. So difficult to get moves like that in when there's more than one opponent. Oh, a cutter from Xavier. And a flipping senton to the back. Oh, caught. 1, 2, 3. And once again, Andrew Everett keeps his junior division championship. I don't know why X-Pac didn't break that. I think he was dazed. He must have been completely dazed because Everett managed to score that roll up there and pin Xavier. The one man who had not been beaten in the run up to this match is the man who gets beaten in the actual title match. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, the Hardcore Championship's on the line. Who is stepping up to Brock Lesnar? We're about to find out. Wait, right where you are for that one. And here we go, Hardcore Championship on the line. Brock Lesnar defends against the mystery challenger. Who's stepping up to Brock here at the pay-per-view? Drum roll, and it is... Oh my god, it's Deadpool! The man who has been watching if you've paid attention, the man who has been watching every single one of Brock's Hardcore Championship matches, because he's been refereeing most of them. This makes perfect sense. Deadpool has been scouting. He wants the Hardcore title, but he's thrown to the floor. He's thrown already in the exploding barbed wire. That did not take long, and he's bleeding. We can see blood on the mat. Lesnar released German. Deadpool might have been scouting this entire time, but I'm not sure he's actually going to be able to do it. Back heel tripping an up kick from Brock. Brock's got Deadpool back to his feet. Missing the headbutts, but the slap works. Cover. Already Brock kicking out. Gonna take more than that, Deadpool. Got himself the light tube there. Big slap to the face. Cover, but no, and already a quick kick out. Off the rope. Superman punch attempt didn't land. But the butt the butt connected. Release German. Oh god, I think he caught the barbed wire baseball bat too. Deadpool recently has either been refereeing matches or making appearances in the Trios division alongside Goku and the Hurricane. They reformed that unit recently. But tonight, you see, since the Trios titles are not being defended, he doesn't need to worry about the Trios division. He decided to step up to Brock after refereeing so many of his hardcore title defenses. I think he thinks he knows what he has to do. To be honest, it's quite simple. You know what you have to do, just avoid the F5. The F5 has been putting people away in like no time flat. Nice combinations from Deadpool. And more of them. Dazing Brock with the amount of strikes he's been hit by, but Brock goes for a Kimura. You can probably rip Deadpool's arm straight off and he'd be alright in about 5 minutes, but there we go. Brock, powerbomb. Oh, and he's deadlifted into more. Make that 3 of them. Doesn't go for the pin. Instead, we have to censor this for TV apparently. Multiple forearm strikes to the face of Deadpool. You could hear them connecting. But Brock thrown into the light tubes. Now Brock's bleeding. Both these men busted open. Brock counters whatever Deadpool was going for there, and they're both laying in a pool of their own blood. Or each other's blood even. Brock is fired up now. Both men busted wide open. Big lariat from Brock turns Deadpool inside out. This is what the hardcore title is about, and Deadpool just got German from halfway across the ring, over the ropes, to the exploding barbed wire on the outside, and he's already back up and in the ring. Just headbutts Brock too. Looks like he's going for a Zulu. Brock counters it again. Both men down. Brock back to his feet. Deadpool struggling. He's up now, goes for the headbutt, misses, kick to the ribs. He pulled out brass knuckles. Don't know where he was keeping those, don't think I want to either. Oh, Brock snatches him up with the F5. That's what Deadpool had to try and avoid. That F5 has been putting people away like it's nobody's business. And tonight, oh my god! Is Deadpool the first man to kick out of the F5? Deadpool might be the first man to kick out of the F5 this season. Oh my god. No one's kicked out of the F5 in PTW as far as I can remember. Deadpool might be the first. Oh, but he's caught. He's caught in a modified Kimura, and Deadpool had to tap out. Good God, Brock still walks away as the hardcore champion. But he's got to be terrified now. Somebody actually kicked out of the F5. No one has done that in PTW. Brock modified his F5 in PTW to land more of a spike on the top of your head than landing face first. And nobody has kicked out of it until tonight, where Deadpool found a way. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it's brother versus brother. It's Hardy versus Hardy. Matt answering for his sins as he has to battle his brother Jeff. Wait right where you are. That one's coming up next. Well, here we go, folks. So brother versus brother, one-on-one. PTW rules, I should say, which count very similar to the old ECW rules, which is no countouts, no disqualifications. Matches must end in the ring by pinfall or submission and must take place within the ropes. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's not a lot that the Hardys can't do to each other. Jeff could do virtually anything he wants to Matt tonight to try and seek revenge. But something tells me that Matt's not going to be coming alone. We're about to find out though. Jeff in the centre of the ring, gotta be feeling hard done by. Matt left him behind in a tag team #1 contenders match. It was going to be the Hardys versus FTR. Winners would be taking on the Brothers of Destruction, and Matt no-showed that match and Jeff was left on his own. He fought valiantly, but in the end the numbers game was too much and FTR walked away the victors. The Hardys had been on a hell of a losing run in PTW. Almost the entire series, Series 1 and Series 2. But then, in the last tag team turmoil, something clicked. Something clicked for them, and they started to do better. They got some victories in that tag team turmoil. They fell to the Brothers of Destruction, but they sort of turned things around a little bit, which is why they got the #1 contendership match against FTR, a team that didn't make it into the tag team turmoil. But then that's when Matt decided to strike. We saw the shades of it during that tag team turmoil where Matt didn't break up the pin on Jeff, but he cemented it by leaving Jeff high and dry and joining Jericho later in the night. And now it's come down to this, brother versus brother. And as you saw, Jericho is at ringside watching this closely. Jeff swinging with those chairs, not able to get it. Another ice pick in from Matt. Of course, these two have known each other their entire lives. Oh, Jeff going low. Jeff, the younger brother of the two. There's not a lot in it, mind. Oh, they're throwing heavy hands at each other. They say you never hit anyone harder than you hit the ones you love. Nice gut wrench suplex. When it comes to wrestling, that is. And boom, nice shot to the face. They're not holding back at each other, it seems. Oh, big shotgun style drop kick from Jeff. But Matt goes for a suplex, doesn't get it, gets caught. Jericho, you see, watching on closely. Nice counter from Jeff. Scoop slam from Hardy. He's gone up top. Jeff's thinking swanton. Perfectly connected. But Matt's able to get up before Jeff can take advantage. Elbow to the spine, keeping Jeff down. Goes for a shot to the ribs. Isn't able to connect. The back elbow does. Going back to his feet now. Off the ropes. There's that shotgun drop kick again, taking Matt down. Jeff trying to halt the momentum here of Matt. Matt's been on a bit of a roll since joining Jericho's team of entertainers. Somewhat turned his career around. Side effect from Matt. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out from Jeff. Jeff forearm to the face. Off the ropes they go. Samoan drop from Matt. Nearly on the chair. They're pulling out everything in their arsenals here. There's the jawbreaker and Jeff going low again. And again. Multiple times. Jeff clearly like, Matt, you've got enough kids. I'm an uncle too many times over at this point. 2 count and a kick out. Matt's got a chair in hand, but Jeff catches him quickly. Jeff, twister fit on the chair. And instead of going for the pin, he's going again with those leg drops to the groin. He's really going ham there. Oh, but Matt drop kicks Jeff to the floor. Matt taking a second to catch his breath. Jeff gets in the ring. So Jericho's thinking of making his way around there. Jeff was able to recover and get back in before he could. Oh, nice Russian leg sweep from Jeff, who quickly throws to the outside. I don't know what Jeff was thinking there. Whatever it was, he wasn't able to connect as much. He got a flip over, almost like he was going for a buckshot lariat. Instead he gets a whisper in the wind. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, he almost got it with a whisper in the wind. Matt now has got Jeff tied up in the tree of woe and just kicking him in the ribs repeatedly. Matt now. Twist of fate to Jeff. Is that all she wrote? Is this it? 1, 2. No, Jeff kicks out. Jeff kicks out of the twist of fate. Matt double underhook in the suplex chicken wing style. Matt's going up top. Is he thinking Hardy leg drop? He is, but Jeff saw it coming, gets out of the way at the last second. And a chair shot over Matt's chest. Oh, but Matt drop kicks Jeff as Jeff was going for another. Matt back up top again. Decides against whatever he was thinking. Oh, got atomic drop to Jeff. Go behind. Jeff though with a mule kick. Jeff's up top. He's thinking. Oh, he's thinking 450. Jeff does not pull that out very often. Matt with a moonsault. Matt doesn't pull that out very often anymore. These two are really digging deep into their bag of tricks here. Pulling out stuff that neither of them have pulled out in years. Discus from Matt. Fist drop, somewhat to the thigh area. Got himself that chair again, hits Jeff in the ribs. Jeff didn't go down, floats over the back of the suplex, punches Matt in the back of the head. Matt takes Jeff down with a brutal shot to the ribs. Matt completely miscalculated there, ended up running headfirst into the buckles. Oh, but multiple punches to the face and the discus punch. keeping his younger brother down. Over Jeff, counters, atomic drop of his own. Up top, Jeff Swanton. Can he pin Matt? He drags him away from the ropes. Cover, 1, 2, 3. Jeff beats his brother Matt and stares down Chris Jericho in the process. Jeff Hardy gets a measure of revenge tonight as he puts away his older brother. That was a hell of a back and forth match, I'm not going to lie. I'm impressed with that one. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we've got the women's tag team titles on the line. The Anti-Divas taking on Team Marvel. Wherever you are, that one's coming up next. Women's tag titles on the line now, folks. The Anti-Divas, Paige and Lita, will be taking on Team Marvel representatives Rogue and She-Hulk. We saw a one-on-one match between Rogue and Paige on the Go Home show. Both women put in a hell of a performance in that one. Curious to see, though, who's going to walk away with the titles tonight. Will Team Marvel continue to be a dominant force in the women's tag division, or will Paige and Lita regain their titles? Former champions in their own right. A dominant force here in PTW. But since Team Marvel came on the scene, they've not quite been the same. These two women have been dominant since getting those championships. Team Marvel as a whole has been pretty dominant, to be honest. Dominating tag scenes, trio scenes, the women's tag scene. They've been doing incredibly well. And Deadpool earlier tonight, although he's not technically a part of Team Marvel, he is and he isn't at the same time. Almost dethroned Brock Lesnar for the Hardcore title. He's the first man to be able to kick out of the F5 this season. I believe since the start of PTW. God, this is going fast-paced at the minute. Rogue and Paige. Throwback to this past week's match. Another super kick for Rogue. Tags to She-Hulk, though. She-Hulk, the powerhouse of the team. Not like Rogue isn't, but... Good God, the combinations on Paige. Surprised she was able to kick out a one there. Super kick from Rogue. Just the combinations in Team Marvel, they just work so incredibly well together. That string of offense, back to back to back to back to back to back on Paige. Nice scoop and a slam there from Lita to try and slow down She-Hulk. Didn't really work. Lita repeatedly having to get in the ring to save her partner. Oh wait, there's blood on the mat. Who's bleeding? I think Paige is bleeding. I think Paige is busted open. Oh, and Rogue clawing at the head. She was able to reach the ropes though. Sack of shit to Rogue. AKA the fall-away slam, depending on who you ask. Wrenching headlock. Paige has not been able to make a tag so far, but just as I say that... Oh, capo kick. Spear attempt, but missed. Lita is now legal, and I believe She-Hulk is legal too. Paige is going to need to take a minute, 'cause she's been busted open. And here we go, back and forth between She-Hulk and Lita. Lita got the better of the exchange. She's up top. There's a long way to go, but she makes the moonsault. Halfway across the ring, but She-Hulk kicked out, and Rogue wasn't even worried enough to try and break it up. Forearms to the face, and then one to the back of the head, and the jawbreaker. Lita stringing some offense together now. Slowly trying to wear down She-Hulk. The missed dropkick might have been a problem, but no, she managed to keep it coming. Look at that. Choking her with the legs. There's the tag though to Rogue. Lita's got a chair, doesn't use it, tags in Paige instead. Gets DDT'd for her efforts, but Paige, bloody and all, still headbutting Rogue. And Brainbuster sends her out of the ring. Good God. Paige is not having a good night tonight. Lita trying to choke out Rogue now. They're taking her down. Tag back to Lita. And a tag back to She-Hulk. Both being kicked away. She's got that headlock locked in, but she's not a legal woman. Oh, and a Boston Crab now. Lita could be in trouble. No, she's able to get out of it. Oh, so elevated choke. Good God. The power of She-Hulk. Just deadlifting Lita off the mat by her throat. And a rolling senton to the spine. Dragging Lita away from the ropes now, and has got caught in another Boston Crab. Paige gets in this time to break it. Has got the chair, shot to the ribs, goes for the head, but she evades, tags in Rogue. All 4 competitors in the ring now. Paige gets out to try and catch her breath. She-Hulk manages to get a suplex in. Rogue just trying to get under the skin of Lita now, and a chair shot over the chest. Got her back up, swing and a miss that time. Tag back into Paige. Oh, Rogue goes for that claw. Not able to do much damage as Paige is right there to break it. Forearm to the face. Uppercuts, back and forth they go. Rogue drops down to her knees. Able to retreat, tag back into She-Hulk. Owen goes back to that claw to the head of Paige. Paige is in trouble here. She's been busted open early on in this one, and Team Marvel are taking full advantage of it. Splash to the spine. Just look at the blood on the mat from where Paige was laying. She has to tag out. Oh, deadlift powerbomb. Nice snap suplex there. Cover. 1, 2. No, not even a 2 count. Got Team Marvel now taking full advantage. Eye of the Storm here from She-Hulk. Wasn't able to get the release there. We're back down to Lita and She-Hulk. Jumps for the Rana, gets ducked. Go behind. German release sends her crashing to the floor. And Rogue going to take full advantage. Paige tried to come in and get the jump on She-Hulk. It didn't seem to work. She is holding her own though. As Lita and Rogue battle on the outside. Shot to the ribs. Back up now. I have no idea what to pull for in this one. God, where do we even look? Don't even know where to look. Chair shot over the head. I don't know what's happening. Eye of the Hurricane. I'm sorry, not Eye of the Hurricane. Eye of the Storm even. Eye of the Storm in the ring to Paige. Then she gets sent flying. Super kick though. Rogue now comes back in to try and save She-Hulk as Paige starts to turn things around. Lita's back in, swinging a miss with a chair though. Caught. Powerbomb. Sort of lay outside, almost cane bomb style. Got a trap now in the claw once again. No idea what's going on here. Who the hell do we root for in this one? Who's walking away the victor? Back up top goes Lita. What's Lita thinking? Whatever it was, she decided against it. But more headbutts from Paige. Battered and bloody and all. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Wipe the blood off her own head on your own. And there's more headbutts. Oh, but caught. Eye of the Storm. And releases her, sending her flying into the corner, but she gets up and straps in a headlock there to Rogue, who is able to power out of it. But gets caught with another headbutt. Paige is on fine form right now. Of course, the Anti-Diva is not accompanied by Paul Heyman tonight. Heyman's decided to watch this one from the back. Off the ropes they go. Nice wheel kick. Rogue dragging Paige away from the ropes. Doesn't go for the pin. Tags in a partner, She-Hulk instead. But there's the tag to Lita. Assisted powerbomb backbreaker. And then a lariat. And an off the rope moonsault. Like I said, the stringing of offense together. And She-Hulk with a jackhammer. But Lita was able to get herself into the corner. Get the ropes. And then she just spiked her with a Lita DDT. She's back up top. What's she thinking? She's thinking diving Lita Corona. Dragging her away from the ropes. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Rogue's there to break it. Paige wasn't quick enough to stop her. At the ropes they go. Clock heads there to She-Hulk and Paige. Jawbreaker from Lita. Kick to the ropes. Twist of fate. Perfectly connected. Lita dragging She-Hulk away from the ropes. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, 2.9. We nearly had new champions. Oh, but there's the Eye of the Storm. And she gets the victory with it. And Rogue has still got Paige locked in a submission. Only just let it go. Team Marvel once again walking away still as your PTW Women's Tag Team Champions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've only got 3 matches left on the card tonight. We've got the women's title, we've got the men's tag team titles, and we have the world title. And I believe that coming up next, if my notes are correct, is the women's championship. Maki Itoh challenging Io Sky. Ladies and gentlemen, this one's going to be big. Well, it is time for the Women's Championship. Io Sky defending against Maki Itoh. Maki Itoh won a hell of a 3-way contest to get this championship match. But one thing that these two have got to be looking over their shoulders for is Hikaru Shida. Hikaru Shida won a huge PTW Battle Royal recently, defeating 7 other competitors to earn herself a championship match at any time she chooses during Season 2. Basically the same sort of thing as Andre the Giant has for the world title, for the men's title. She's earned herself that, which means she could cash it in tonight if she so chose. We don't know whether she will yet, time will tell, but as of right now, the dominant champion Io Sky is going to defend against Maki Itoh. One of the least conventional challenges, we could say. Well, referee Stanley rings the bell and here we go. So Maki Itoh, one of the least conventional challenges we could have here. Her offense is incredibly different. Like you saw there, Io just punched Maki in the face and it hurt Io more than it hurt Maki. She's known for having quite a hard head. Oh, but a surfboard will still do damage. Maki was able to escape. She did win her 3-way contest by submission. So you got to think she's got to be thinking about locking that in too. Kick to the face of Io. Io no more for a high-flying offense, but she can beat you in a multitude of ways. Submissions, brainbusters, kicks. She's got a variety in her offense. And then back to the surfboard stretch. But there's the escape. And scooping a slam. It's got to be basic from Maki, we think. At least early on. While she tries to wrap her head around Io's offense. Of course, Io's got the speed advantage here. You can see that just with them running backwards and forward. Shout out to El Xavier with that victory roll into a stomp. Off the ropes they go, and another one! Obviously recently we saw that both these two had to have a mixed tag team match where they had to find tag team partners. Shinsuke Nakamura and Ricky Starks were drafted in. And that was an interesting contest to say the least. Oh, there's the brainbuster! Io dropping Maki on her head already. Io's thinking quick night, but no. Maki able to stop that momentum as quickly as she could, but now she's thrown to the floor. Asahi moonsault from the champion. Now she's dancing on her. She goes for that punch again, but you've got to be careful where you hit Maki. If you hit her high enough in the head, it's going to do no damage at all. Oh, high angle German. That'll do damage, especially on the floor. Maki just trying to slow Io down, throwing her into the barricade, but it ain't doing much. Chair shot to the back. And swings for the head, but misses. Maki throws her back in. Back elbow, chops, elbows, chop, elbow, chop, elbow, back and forth they go. Enziguri from Io. That slowed that down. Another stomp to the ribs. Io's clearly seen that that works wonders for El Xavier. She seems to have adopted it into her own offense recently. Doing it quite a lot. Nice flip out of the corner. And brainbuster! It seems very much like Maki has been completely outclassed in this match. At least so far. She has not been able to get out of the blocks. It's been all Io Sky. Roll up. 1, 2. No, Maki is still in this one though. Stomped on the foot. Super kick takes her down. And springing off the middle rope into a missile dropkick to the back of the head. Double stomp to the spine. Like I said, this has been entirely Io Sky. Maki has barely been able to get anything going. 1, 2. No, Maki is still somehow alive in this one. I don't know how, but she is. Scooping a slam. Maki caught her. Multiple forearms to the chin now. And Io mule kicks her way out of it. Off the ropes, around the world. Around the world head scissors. Oh, caught, back heel trip. Maki avoids that shot, but gets caught with another brain buster. So Io won the title in the PTW Pre-Season 2 Women's Tournament, and she has not looked back. 2 count the kick out. Off the ropes they go, round the world again. So Io got this title, she has a stranglehold on it, no one's been able to get close. Bow and arrow now, and Maki had to tap out. It was all fun and games for a while, but Maki Itoh not even able to get out of the blocks in that one. A dominant performance from Io Sky, still your PTW Women's World Champion, and it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. Well, folks, coming up next is the Men's Tag Team Championships. FTR will be taking on the Brothers of Destruction. We haven't seen them for a few weeks. Let's see how this one goes. Well, it's Men's Tag Team Championship time. The dominant force that is the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and The Undertaker, members of Chris Jericho's group of sports entertainers. They are taking on this team, the team of FTR. Well, I'm curious how this one's going to go. Because despite the fact we know that Dax and Cash are one of the best tag teams in the world, there is no question. Easily one of the best tag teams in the world. They got this match by beating one man. It was meant to be FTR versus the Hardy Boys. And Matt left Jeff high and dry, joined the team of entertainers, which, funnily enough, Kane and The Undertaker are part of. But that meant that FTR had to win a handicap match against Jeff Hardy. Well, Jeff did put up a hell of a fight, you got to give it him, but it was still a handicap match. So how are they going to fare now they're taking on one of the most dominant teams here in PTW? Kane has been on just another level in Season 2. He has been putting people away with ease. He got one of the most shock victories we have ever seen in PTW when he pinned, was it Kenta Kobashi or Mitsuhiro Misawa? It was that team. He pinned one of them. I think it was Kobashi he pinned in like less than 2 minutes. How do you do that? But since now that Brock's F5 has been kicked out of, Kane's chokeslam is going to be one of the more protected moves in PTW. It seems to be Kane's chokeslam and Randy Orton's punt that are left. The F5 less protected now that Deadpool's kicked out of it earlier tonight. Dax now locking in a modified figure 4 to Kane. They know they've got to try and keep Kane down, because if Kane starts throwing those big heavy moves and lands that chokeslam on you, you're probably done. You might as well just go home, hit the showers. Here comes Taker, and here comes Cash. A double chokeslam to Dax. Oh, Cash saved him at the last second. Taker off the ropes, leg drop. Brother. Clothesline attempt, didn't land. Taker now, Hell's Gate. Hell's Gate locked in on Cash. Dax had to get in there to save it. Oh, Shatter Machine! Cover after the Shatter Machine, but Taker kicked out before even a 1 count. That's their best hit. The Shatter Machine, aka the Big Rig, whatever you want to call it. Back and forth now. Taker, heavy hands, gets the better there of Dax. Up kick though from Dax, slowly takes Taker away. But Taker tags in Kane. This is not what Dax wanted. Not with the form Kane's been in this series. A double choke slam. They tried that earlier. It didn't work. Clawing now at Dax's face. Able to escape. Shoots to take him down. Doesn't get it. Oh, but a gory special on Kane. That's going to be difficult to do with the size of the man. Kane now just clubbing low to the back. And look at that. Stretching the leg and standing on the back of the head. Scooping a slam though from Dax. Got the arm trapped there, and the other forearm grinding across Kane's face and mask. Kane just marching FTR down. They managed to hit the big ring again. Cash now doesn't go for the pin. Instead he goes for that modified figure 4. Taker got in there to try and break it. FTR doing a good job so far of stopping the Brothers of Destruction from building any momentum. Anytime they start getting moving, FTR shut it down. Wait, is Dax bleeding? When did that happen? I completely missed when Dax got busted open, but sure, sharpshooter now from Dax. I don't know, might have been Taker with those uppercuts earlier, I'm not sure. Either way, he's busted open and busted open bad. Taker now, deadlifted him, holds him in the air, delayed vertical suplex to the floor. Kane's grabbed a chair and he was on his way around, and Dax was quickly like, I'll take my chances with Taker. Elbow to the top of the head again, working on that wound. Reverses the whip, running big boot from Taker. There's the tag into Kane. Taker now, backdrop driver. And look at that, a dragon suplex. Taker in care of business. Look at the blood on Dax. Sends in Kane off the ropes, big back body drop. Tags into Cash. Goes to the jab, doesn't land it. There's the tag to Taker. FTR still staying alive in this one somehow. Big boot from Taker takes Cash down. And now he's got him locked in Hell's Gate again. Far too close to the ropes. Punch to the face. Dax now thinking powerbomb. Sit out style. Uppercut from Cash. And Cash going for the legs again. Smart move on somebody the size of Taker. Oh, DDT. Cash is slowing down quite considerably, but the super kick does drop Taker. Despite the fact FTR are slowing down, they are still in this. The Bros of Destruction are slowing down as well, but not by much. Kane's up top. Kane leg drop from the top. And he's back up again. Falling back elbow. Kane can fly when he wants to. Look at that. Kane sort of just stepped aside and let Cash tag in Dax. Over Codebreaker. Shouts out to their boss. Goes back to that submission on the legs, but Taker's there. I don't think Taker even broke it. He's going for it again. Kane might be in trouble here. No, Kane escapes. DDT from Dax. Sidewalk slam from Kane. Virtually on that chair. He's now going a chair shot to the face. Swings for another one, doesn't connect. Off the ropes, so big boot avoided. Big back body drop. Tag back to Cash. They've got the chair in hand. Look at this pile driver from Cash. Cover 1, 2. Taker's there to break it. Brainbuster attempt. Kane stops that quickly. Off the ropes, big boot. Oh god, Kane's mad. Tags out instead. I thought he was going to try and finish it there. Double team attempt, but no. Cash fell out of it. Off the ropes, Taker, big boot. Stands Cash up. Oh, Cash with that. Oh, Codebreaker. Mine went completely blank there for a second. Tag back out to Dax. A loose double team attempt. Dueling submissions, crossface ankle lock. Taker is able to get out of it, but barely. Sit out powerbomb. 1, 2. FTR going to do it. No. Kane still, oh sorry, Taker gets out of it. And Taker now, last ride. That's got to be all she wrote. 1, 2. Cash though breaks it last second. Cash, gory special. Or a gory bomb. And there's that dueling submission again. FTR are on the ball here. I think Taker's hurt. I think Taker's legs are hurt. Taker's legs are killing him, and see Dax went straight for the legs again. Spike DDT covering Taker. Taker's able to get his feet in the ropes. Taker's thinking choke slam, but no, Cash stops it. We might be about to see new tag team champions here. Frog splash to the spine. Can the Bros of Destruction manage? Choke slam from Taker. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, Cash is there. Taker really needs to get a pin. Sorry, really needs to get a tag, to be honest, because Taker's legs, you saw how much he was grabbing at them earlier. They've got to be wearing down on him. There's the tag to Kane. Oh, big rig. DDT, spiking Kane. Cash now goes after him. There's the code breaker again. Gets him up. Kick to the ribs. Kane is down. This could be the moment that FTR needed. Oh God. Oh God. There's the choke slam from Kane. 1, 2, 3. Credit where it was due. FTR took the Brothers of Destruction to the absolute limit. I think Dax had blood in his eyes, wasn't able to get the break on the pin. We probably need to get Taker checked out. I think his legs are in absolute agony right now. Someone needs to make sure he ain't injured. But ladies and gentlemen, it's main event time. Wheeler Yuta challenging RVD for the PTW World Heavyweight Championship. This one's been a long time coming, folks, and it's coming up next. Well, it's main event time, folks, and while the competitors are going to be making their entrances, allow me to bring you up to speed with how we got here. RVD started PTW at the start of Season 1 by winning the original tag team tournament, funnily enough with Kane. RVD was the one half of the first tag team champions we had here for PTW. Since then, he sort of floundered around a little bit in Season 1 after losing the tag titles. But right at the end of Season 1, he had a bit of a resurgence, did RVD, and ended up beating the most dominant and longest reigning PTW World Champion we've ever had in martial law. And he beat him at the end of the very last pay-per-view of Season 1. Wheeler Yuta debuted about 3/4 of the way through Season 1 and aligned himself straight away with William Regal and the Strong Dragons. In doing so, he started facing every single former world champion we have had here in PTW. And one by one, he beat them all. Every single one he beat in one-on-one action, including martial law. And he earned himself a championship opportunity. He had to wait, though, from last month. Rolling Thunder Splash by RVD. He had to wait last month because Chris Jericho was first in line. But we are here now. Wheeler Yuta taking on RVD. World's Heavyweight Championship. Both these men have not been that familiar with each other, though they've been crossing paths in recent weeks. Mostly to try and deal with Jericho's entertainers, who have been a thorn in both of their sides. But here we are tonight. Who is going to walk away the victor? The young upstart in Wheeler Yuta, or the veteran in RVD? RVD is going to be more high-flying, more hardcore, more strike-based. Yuta probably more on the technical side of things, more suplexes, throws, and probably more submissions too. Look at that, working on RVD's knees. Goes for a shoot takedown, doesn't connect. RVD though with the axe kick. That does, kick to the ribs. Rob's thinking Mootalock. Yuta was able to get to the ropes because William Regal not at ringside tonight for Yuta. He had to come out here on his own for his world title match. Snap suplex from Yuta though. Goes back to the leg of RVD. Rob, nice misdirection there. Yuta ducked the first kick, wasn't able to avoid the second. Dragon Sleeper on the floor. RVD is able to slip out of it. One man who we know is going to be watching this one closely is got to be Andre the Giant. Andre has himself a guaranteed championship match at any time in Season 2, anytime he so chooses. But he has not made an appearance just yet to cash that in. We haven't even seen him for a good few weeks. Nice low angle German from Yuta. That's something RVD's got to look out for. He's got to look out for Yuta's German suplexes. He uses them incredibly well. Put forearms in the corner and Yuta's up top into a splash on the spine. Very nice. And speaking of using the Germans, 3 of them in quick succession keeping hold. Went for the pin, but RVD was too close to the ropes. Sweeps the leg of Yuta there. Nice misdirection in Saguri style. And RVD 5-star already. 5-star to the spine of Yuta. And Alama he strolls center of the ring. 2. Oh, RVD nearly retained just like that. That's one thing you've got to be careful about. Most people, it takes a long time for them to get up to the top rope and hit a dive attack on you. RVD, it doesn't take that long. because Rob can keep straight to the top rope in almost a split second. He can hit you with a 5-star frog splash incredibly quickly. Rob, chair shot to the face, RVD, and rolling thunder. Does he go for a second? No, Yuta gets back up before he can. Oh, Olympic slam! Yuta has been putting people away with that in recent weeks. Oh, and he almost won the world title with it. So close. Rob up top. RVD won his crossbody there. RVD won his warm-up match against Andrew Everett, the Junior Division champion, on this past week's episode of PTW. Yuta, however, failed in his warm-up in the eight-man match with the Entertainers. So Yuta's team won, but Yuta did get eliminated, which I believe is the first loss Yuta has suffered here in PTW. The Van Daminator might have just done it. Oh, almost gave him his second. Slip behind. He's going trapped now in a sleeper, but RVD's got in the ropes. Takedown attempt didn't work, but an octopus hold. Shouts out to Jiri, the last man standing for the Strong Dragons this past week. No, back and forth they go. RVD. Roundhouse kick. Up top. Nice twisting senton from Rob. He's got that chair again. RVD double underhook. Elevated facebuster on the chair. And a shot to the spine with it too. Rob's got Yuta up. Kick combinations, taking him down. Up top. Oh, I thought he was going to give 5-star, but no. Instead, he gets that diving side kick. Up the other side. There's the 5-star, but no, Yuta got out of the way. Yuta diving splash of his own. Rolls RVD towards the centre, away from the ropes. Doesn't pin him, goes for the big Insiguri instead. Another staple of Yuta's offense. Yuta back up top, another diving splash. Taking shades out of RVD's book, and another. Rob had to drag himself up. Wheel kicks out of, I think, another German suplex attempt. RVD 5-star. Far too close to the rope, so he's going to have to drag him away. That's going to give Yuta a bit of time. But is it enough? 1, 2, 3. RVD once again retains the PTW World's Heavyweight Championship. Wheeler Yuta, for all his efforts, came up just a little short tonight. He might have beat all the former world champions, but there's a reason why RVD is the world champion right now. Credit where it is due. He hung in there with the world champ and came damn close, but tonight just wasn't his night. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me in this one. Thank you for joining me for PTW Static Age 2. It's been a genuine pleasure, as per usual. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill, all the fun stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye!